Welcome back to another class on Dalat Amot Shel Halacha. En lo Kadosh Baruch Hu be'olamo ela arba Amot Shel Halacha belvat. Hopefully everyone had an amazing winter break. Now let's get back to our holy work, which is learning our holy Torah. We are continuing in the Chazara program in the sefer called Halacha Berura by Rabbi David Yosef Shlita. This will be part 4 of the Shi'ur. Today we want to speak about two halachot. First halacha we want to speak about what is one allowed to drink before Havdalah. Second halacha we want to speak about is one allowed to have fruits and other types of dessert if he's not in the Sudah Shalishit meal. Comes Rav David Yosef Shlita and he says, Mei soda dinam kidin maim. Carbonated water, unflavored seltzer, their law is going to be exactly like the law of water. Umutar mi'ikar hadin lishtotam ukodem ha'avdalah b'motzi Shabbat. It is permissible halachically for one to drink seltzer before Havdalah on Motzi Shabbat. Aval, however, shar minei mashkaot kalim sheyesh bahem mitikut, other soft drinks that have sweeteners inside of them, dinam kidin yain o shecher she'asur lishtotam kodem ha'havdalah. Their law is going to be like the law of wine and beer, that it is forbidden for one to drink them before Havdalah. V'kol shiken, and for sure, she'asur lishtot mitz pirot tvi'i o chalav kodem ha'havdalah b'motzi Shabbat. For sure it is forbidden for one to drink natural fruit juices or milk before Havdalah on Motzi Shabbat. V'chen, and so too, en l'shtot te o kafe im sukar. One shouldn't drink tea or coffee with sugar. So the question was asked, is one allowed to drink liquids before Havdalah? The answer is, the only two things that you are allowed to drink before Havdalah is unflavored seltzer and water, because their laws are identical. The only difference between seltzer is it has carbonated water inside of there. That's all. It has gas, but they're both identical. Water has no taste. Seltzer has no taste. Therefore, you're allowed to go ahead and drink them before Havdalah on Mot Shabbat. But everything else, soft drinks, tea with sugar, coffee, wine, beer, any other type of beverage is going to be forbidden to consume before the Havdalah on Motzi Shabbat. Umikol makom, nevertheless, harotze lakel bizeh ad zman tzeit hakohavim l'shita geonim shehu k'shalosh esrei v'chetzi dakot achar shkid hachama. If one wants to be lenient in this until the time when the stars come out, according to the opinion of the Geonim, which is 13 and a half minutes after sunset, yesh lo al mashi yismoch. He has what to rely on. Ben b'shtiyat mashkaot kalim, whether he's going to drink soft drinks or mis pirot TV, or whether he's going to drink natural fruit juices, or ben b'shtiyat chalav, or whether he's going to drink milk, or cafe, or coffee, vete, and tea, im sukar, with sugar. V'kol sheken shemutar l'shtot beben hashmashot, te v'kafe she'en bahem sukar. For sure one is allowed to drink during the twilight period, tea and coffee, where you don't have inside of them sugar. Afilu natan bahem sukar yizid. Even if you put over there artificial sweetener, that's not a problem. Vidinam kimaim, the law is going to be like the water. Verag b'shtiyat yain o shechar yesh lahachmir mishkiyat hachachama. Only by wine and beer we're going to tell you to be stringent and not to drink it anymore after sunset. So it comes out over here that, let's say a person is not in his bread meal, meaning he's not in the Sudah Shalishit meal. Now he wants to have coffee with sugar. He wants to have Coca-Cola, ginger ale. He wants to have anything, Rabotai, which is not an alcoholic beverage. It's not wine or beer or vodka or whiskey, whatever it might be, we're going to tell him he's allowed to be lenient and drink up until when the stars come out. That means before sunset, for sure you could drink them. That's not a question. The question begins after sunset during the Ben Hashmashot period until when the stars come out. During those 13 and a half minutes where we tell you by wine and beer you're not allowed to drink them, by wine and beer you have to already stop by sunset, meaning by alcoholic beverages you already have to stop by sunset. What happens when you're dealing with soft drinks, natural fruit juices, milk, tea, coffee with sugar? With all of these cases we're going to tell you, or if you want, you have what to rely on and you're allowed to drink it until the stars come out. However, he just says one should be careful when it comes to drinking wine and beer, not to drink it after sunset. One should be stringent in that fact. This is when it comes to the drinking part. So it comes out over here, 2 points. Halacha number 1, to drink anything before Havdalah, you're not allowed except seltzer and water. To drink anything before the stars come out and after sunset, you're allowed to have everything except alcoholic beverages. But alcoholic beverages must stop at sunset. Achilat perot. What about when it comes to eating fruits and other type of goods like bakery goods? During twilight, a person doesn't want to have Sudah Shlishit. He can't eat. He just got up from his table. He came into the shul, daven mincha, he's still full. There's no way he's able to eat Sudah Shlishit. But right now he looks at the time and he sees it's after sunset. He wants to have a cookie. He wants to have a different type of pastry. He wants to have a banana, fruit. Is he allowed to have that during Ben Hashmashot? Or are we going to tell him, no, that's only if you had bread, then you're allowed to eat the dessert and fruits and so on and so forth, like we learned in part 3 of the Shi'ur. So comes Rav David Yosef Shlita and he says, Mutar lechol minei mizonot achar shkiyat hachama ad kishalosh esrei dakot v'chatzi la'achar hashkiya. One is allowed to eat all types of pastries after sunset until about 13 and a half minutes after sunset. Because after 13 and a half minutes, it's going to become when the stars come out, according to the opinion of the Geonim. Even if you wanted to go ahead and to begin eating pastries after sunset and continue up to when the stars come out, you're allowed to go ahead and do so. One who wants to be even lenient by fruit after sunset, meaning ad tzeit hakohavim, until the stars come out, yesh lo al mashi yismoch. He has what to rely on. Comes out over here that if a person began eating anything, I'm not talking about bread, it could be let's say pastries, or even apples or fruits, vegetables, doesn't matter. If you began eating anything before sunset, now you want to continue until when the stars come out, you have what to rely on. But what happens if a person wanted to begin eating the pastries or the fruits or the vegetables after sunset until when the stars come out? You have also what to rely on. So we see from over here that when it comes to drinking before Havdalah, seltzer and water you are allowed to have before Havdalah. But you have to remember what we learned according to the Mikubalim, that you shouldn't have anything until you do Havdalah. When it comes to eating, but before we continue to the eating part, when it comes to drinking soft drinks, which are not alcoholic beverages, if one wants to be lenient, he has what to rely on by drinking them until when the stars come out. Then now when it comes to eating the pastries or the fruits, whether you're starting before sunset, whether you're starting after sunset, you have what to rely on until sunset. But everybody's going to agree across the board. Once the stars came out, one is no longer allowed to have any type of soft drink, one is no longer allowed to have any type of pastry, fruit or vegetable, nothing. The only thing you are allowed to have after the stars come out, before you do Havdalah on Mot Shabbat, is seltzer, unflavored seltzer, and water. Rabotai, have a great day. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen ve'amen.